What's going on, everybody? Rob Ferrari here, podcast number 7. We have Tierra Brianna chilling here with me in the Whiskey Lounge, the Whistle Pig Lounge, and we're sipping on something a little different tonight. When we were doing our...
Sipping on pig.
Not sipping on pig. Not sucking on the pig tonight.
No.
But when we were out at our awesome birthday party, we had a whiskey tasting, and one of them, the guy was like, well, this is a French whiskey. And I was like, French people don't make whiskey. They make champagne.
No, but this is phenomenal.
And he's like,
this
no.
is really good.
So we had it, and it was our favorite of the tastings. That and the Bushmills.
Mm-hmm.
So that ultimately turned into me ordering a bottle when we get home.
Yeah. I can't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
You can't find it anywhere. I had to order it online. Then the shipping was like $25. And I'm like, whatever, just get me a bottle.
Just get it here.
It's
so good. It's super smooth. It's like light.
Super smooth. I can't describe the flavor profile.
I feel like it's like, it tastes like spring.
Tastes like spring.
It tastes like
spring in a bottle.
It's like flowers and
spring in a bottle. Oh, there we go. Now I'm on your level.
Me?
I was a little quieter.
Oh, I just talk louder. We went over this. I scream talk.
We did. All right. That's recording. Tiara does scream talk. She doesn't have like a volume control. She just either like all there or she's falling asleep.
Yeah,
and
that's why I lose my voice everywhere I go.
That is why she loses her voice.
I just talk so loud to everybody. There's no control.
But we've got some travel coming up. Let's get into that. We'll talk about some videos that I just did, but we'll also talk about the travel that's coming up. We've got a racetrack. We're doing like a racetrack every month.
Mm-hmm. Some months are two racetracks.
Some months are two. We've got a big month coming up now. We were supposed to do Road Atlanta like back to back with Road America. Very different tracks, very different places. One is in Georgia. The other one is up in Wisconsin, in between Green Bay and Milwaukee.
It's going to be cold there when we go?
No, it'll be all right. We're going to be in May. So we're going to be up there with the Cheeseheads.
No, we're going to Road America
April, yeah.
In like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
It's not May.
It's close to May.
What, does the weather just switch as soon as it turns May?
She keeps track of the calendar because I don't even know what day of the week it is. But that's good because that gets where we have to be and we get to have a good time. And we're going to be doing Road America at the end of the month of April. And I think the track should be all right.
I hope so.
I'm not going to have my Corvette for that. My Corvette is currently in the midst of getting a new motor.
Right now?
Yeah, like right now. And I think we're going to go big.
What do you... Oh, we're not talking about it?
No, we can talk about it.
Oh, what are you doing?
That was me leading into that.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was going to be like, all right,
so,
tune in next time to find out what...
No, I mean, we'll get back to the tune in next time stuff. But I think we're going to switch over to a 427 now. So now we're going to do a dry sump 427.
Okay. Well, that's what you needed because you.
Well, I was at a 347.
Yeah, but you had.
So now I have like
oil.
Almost double the engine. The oil problem wasn't because of the engine size; it was because
the dry.
It was the dry sump. Yeah. So I was sort of cornering too hard, and I was starving the main bearing of oil, and that causes squeak. That's no fun.
Kablamo.
So kablamo. And now I'm going to upgrade. I was looking at an LS2, LS3. I was on an LS2 block, but it looks like we're just going to go like straight up LS7.
All right.
And
I mean, it's reliable. They're all reliable.
No, they're all reliable. The LS platform is there. But going up to like a 427 or 454 means more bottom end.
More horse puppies.
More torque. More torques. All the torques.
You can push more horse puppies.
We can. Puppies, torques, all that good stuff. So like a 750, 800 wheel reliable is going to be the goal. And you were driving
reliable,
in it.
Maybe not, but I mean, it'll be fast when it runs. Why are you looking at me?
Do you know how much money I'm throwing at this car to make it reliable?
Yeah, but do you know how many times you do that and then it just breaks?
Yeah, but I've never had a dry sump before. I've always starved the car from what it needs, either fuel or oiling.
All right, we'll see.
Or cooling.
We'll start the
now
clock.
we've solved all of these by just throwing money at it.
We'll start the clock when it gets out.
I will start the clock. I actually have a built-in clock. It's called an odometer.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. I don't have an odometer.
The odometer doesn't work. The
No,
dash
the
isn't even
AM
there.
doesn't even have an odometer, so I've got no idea how many miles are going to be on the car. But luckily, I don't really drive it very much.
Just call it hours instead of miles.
Start clocking it in track days. But the goal is to get that car over to Misha out at the Nürburgring later this year. So if I can run 3, 4, 5 track events without issues, that thing's going right over to Germany.
It's going to go to Germany. It's going to break in Germany. All right. We'll talk about it later.
She's a pretty negative person. Let's talk about her for a minute.
Whoa.
So you may remember from the last podcast, we left a cliffhanger. And should we? What's that?
I'm not chit-chatting about this.
Not chit-chatting about it, but it was...
Guess who bought the new bottle of whiskey?
Yeah, so Tiara was convinced that she did 165 miles an hour down the straightaway at Speedvegas in the GT3 RS. I beg to differ. I said, I will give you what I think was like $10 a mile an hour above 140. Or you give me $10 per mile an hour below 160. So I gave you a margin of error. And that will buy our next showcase bottle of whiskey or whatever ends up on the shelf here. And I'd like to tell everybody it's going to be a mighty nice bottle.
Shut up. No, it's not going to be that. I can't do the math right now, but...
We'll do the math. 160 minus your number is... What was your number? I'll do the math.
I don't know. I don't know how to do the math. We know not to do math problems with me. We're not talking about math.
141 miles an hour. So that is 19 miles an hour times $10. It's $190 for me to purchase a bottle of whiskey.
It's a lot of dollars.
You know what that is? That's a nice bottle of Blue Label, and I'll even engrave your name on it.
We should engrave my name on it.
I've got another bottle of Blue Label back up on the shelf there that I got for my birthday from Nadia, and I haven't opened it yet, so I will park yours right next to it.
Yeah, hers is also like engraved.
Yeah. So she is one bottle of Blue Label slower than she thinks she is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty hefty.
So I was pretty confident about that one. I'm like, I did like 151 in the Lambo, and I just don't think
I can't see the...
And even the guy was sort of excited about the fact he's like 151. I'm like, what, Bacardi? He's like, no, your speed. And I'm like, oh, all right. And like, even I was like, the tires were sort of locking up at the end of the straight because I was hard braking on that one.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine the GT3 RS would have been carrying more speed than that.
I don't know. I was going through the braking zone there. I literally almost went plowed straight through like the dirt. Like
that means you're not very good at the speed you're going. You should easily be able to navigate that turn.
I did, but like what I'm saying is I was coming in hot and the brakes were not responding the way that I thought they would. Because they changed.
Did they swap?
They changed all the brakes.
Were they steel too?
They're all steel brakes.
As soon as I stepped on the brakes in the Lambo, I'm like, these are steel brakes, and I was not expecting that.
I wasn't very happy. In the Porsche, I was like, really, like, how are you gonna take that car and throw steel brakes? And then tell me
I mean, it's purely a business. Like, it's just cheaper to run steel brakes than it is to run carbon ceramics. The brake change is $20,000 versus $5,000, and I can't really blame them for that. What's up?
I'm looking at Brandon over there.
So we got a live audience tonight.
Look at him. He has a crown on, the Minnie Mouse ears. And
jeez. All right, peanut gallery. Time to take a walk.
I'm allergic to peanuts.
You're distracting. Yeah, exactly. You're distracting our talent here.
Sorry. I'm the talent, by the way.
That she is. But now that we got that out of the way, so we're going to have a nice bottle of Blue Label up here next week.
Right, maybe not next week. Take some point.
We gotta bring this stuff to a conclusion sooner rather than later.
We just did. Now we know what I owe, and that's it.
All right, so stay tuned to see when the bottle of Blue Label gets delivered. The engraving is not an easy process. Although Nadia seemed to be able to get it done quick.
All right. Well, I'll ask her.
I'll tell you where to go.
I'll handle it.
All right.
Let me handle it.
So we'll look forward to that bottle of blue. We'll park it right here in the center on the. You know what? Right here, right on the barrel.
What should I engrave it with?
That's going to be up to you.
I'll just put the speed.
As the loser, I think you've earned the right to put whatever speed you choose on that.
I'm going to be 165.
Yeah, 165. So, but anyway, back to some video stuff. I just put up a video. There was a cool story. You probably didn't watch my video because you don't.
I don't watch any of your videos. Listen. What? Why are you putting down the mic? I don't have time to watch your videos. I don't. I'm sorry.
Apparently, nobody else does either.
What? People watch your videos?
I'm not kidding. Except if there's guns in it. I blew up my Mercedes in Vegas, and that was like a car I had for 4 years. And
nobody was excited about that.
No, it's not that nobody was excited about it. YouTube like shoots down any gun videos. And I've had this with an intro. I had like gun footage in an intro, like, and every video I attached it to just tanked.
Really?
So I pulled it out, and then it was fine. So like they don't promote guns in any way, shape, or form, whether it's done safely in a controlled environment or anything. You put up a video with guns or tanks or anything like that, you watch that thing nosedive quicker than you can imagine. That video got 13,000 views of me blowing up my car with a 50 cal, and like that video should easily eclipse a lot of videos. Now, the reason that it doesn't do well is because YouTube is just not sending it out to people. And I've seen that 100 times. Anything with guns, anything, like they just...
Because didn't you used to blow up stuff?
Back in the day, but they took a hard stance. Now anything you do with guns in it just dives.
That's so weird. I feel like so many people make YouTube videos
like,
with guns and they do well.
Our live streams, I could go on like Friday night and live stream and sit there and just have a drink for an hour, and it'll get 13 or 15,000 views. So now you're saying a fully edited 10 or 15 minute video of me blowing up my car with a 50 cal and automatic weapons gets the same views? Mm-hmm. That's just not how it works.
That is how it works.
No,
Clearly.
Clearly. And people rather watch me drink than blow up my Mercedes. And then I gave it to Nick Hogan, who's Hulk Hogan's kid, which is cool. Like it's a nice...
Yeah, and did his video do well?
I have no idea. I didn't pay attention to it. But he didn't shoot it either. But he also has a much smaller channel. He's just starting his YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, it still had bullet holes in the side.
It did have a lot of bullet holes in the side. And you have to climb in it. Like that's his problem.
Yeah, how did he get in?
I don't know.
Isn't he like a bigger guy?
He's a big guy. He climbed through the passenger side the same way I did.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine. Okay, because you can't open that driver's side door at all. You can't get in.
You could not get in. That's why you got out of it.
I didn't want to sit on glass.
Come on, I sat on glass. You're okay with me sitting on glass?
Well, you did it voluntarily.
I didn't tell
you to do it. I said
car had to be moved.
I said I did not want to crawl through the window and sit on broken glass and drive the car. I wanted a moving blanket. I would have gotten in if I had the moving blanket like on the chair, but I did not want to sit on broken glass. And I already got my hand all messed up from like the door.
Kids nowadays, like you gotta step up your game. You guys are soft.
I'm super soft. I just didn't want to crawl through broken glass.
I sat on glass. Am I alive?
Yeah.
Well, I got more beat up by a kayak.
Yeah, battle wounds.
Yeah, I got my battle wounds from the kayak. I had glass is nothing.
Well, you had jeans on.
What were you wearing?
Probably leggings.
I don't recall.
I'm going to tell you, it was leggings.
Leggings. Either way, my jeans were not much thicker than leggings. I would have sat down on the glass, as I did.
I wouldn't. Nope.
And I thumped that car out of there because it had 2 flat tires, unfortunately. And I think Nick ended up AAAing it to his house.
Yeah, I think he thought it was drivable because I did watch part of his video. No. Like he went there thinking that one of them were going to drive it back.
Well, I told him to bring 2 real tires. I was like, if you just bring 2 tires, you stick them on, you drive them right back.
Oh.
And he couldn't even find it. He found like a machine gun range. I'm like, we didn't even see the machine gun range.
What? Where?
I think if you keep going up straight, I think there's like a machine gun range there. So I was like looking at the signs for machine gun range. I'm like, that whole mountain is super fun.
Oh, wow. That's next time.
Yeah.
Machine gun range.
So we've got that video coming up. Actually, it's going to be live by the time this goes live. But I've got a Alfa Romeo that I'm inheriting.
Oh, the one that's been sitting at the shop
green
forever.
one that's been sitting there. We're doing the mechanics lean.
Okay. So what do you plan to do with that?
Sell
or do we have to wait till the video?
Sell it instantly. Yeah. Now, Carvana is sponsoring that video, like for no reason. But like I've got zero interest in Alfa Romeos. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I looked it up, what do you think an Alfa Romeo is worth?
That thing specifically?
Brandon, what's a 2018 4C worth?
$0.
Brandon says $0. I thought it was worth 35.
I was thinking more in like the ballpark of like 17.
17. Carvana put 43 and change on it. And Mannheim's got a wholesale of like 50.
What?
So like a retail of 60. I'm like, get out of here. This thing's worth like 55 grand.
Send it through auction.
I'll
Send it
no,
through
I mean, I
Mannheim.
think like, you know what? Part of me just wants to just throw it up at Carvana. They come pick it up. They write me a check for 45 grand and I walk out the door.
I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, that's pretty easy.
Because like the guy owes me 10 grand in storage. So it's not like, and even then, like to make another $35,000 to not even deal with the process.
Yeah, get rid of it.
It's a home run.
I mean, all right, yeah.
And that's why I said I like Carvana, because like the fact that they give you an actual number, and as long as you don't BS them and like you say like the car's in the condition it's
Do they
in,
like come and inspect it and
they
then
come
lower
and
the
inspect
number?
it. No, well they come and inspect it and they give you a check. But like if you're like, my car is showroom condition, the thing's got like a door hanging off, they can't give you the number that they quoted you. I mean, they have to go off of what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So I was
So assuming everything's
I gave
accurate.
like average whatever, and it's wrapped and it's like stock otherwise.
But it was dipped.
No, it's wrapped.
It is. I just don't like that color. Not a good color. Do they lower the value on it because of the color?
No, I'm gonna make I put it as white, so I'm gonna pull the wrap off.
And it's actually white?
It's white.
Oh, it might look better white.
Like I looked at the rims and I'm like, those are aftermarket rims. And then like I looked at the window sticker and I'm like, those are optional rims that like you can get from the factory. That car windowed at like 78 grand.
What?
But the fact that it's still worth like
Serious?
60 or
I
55.
can't see how that's holding value at all.
I don't know. It's not my style.
It's not my. It's I don't know. I don't really like Alphas like that.
I don't like Alphas at all.
Brandon's looking at me sideways.
So Brandon's driving an Alfa Romeo now. Is that by choice? No.
Why why do you have the car?
No, I get it's a
No,
lemon,
like,
but you chose to
You bought
order
that
the
car?
car.
I mean, that one's kind of cool. It has like the carbon seats. Should have gotten an M3.
Yeah, you should have gotten anything else except for a Maserati Ghibli or something. No, that's a soft choice right there.
What
Brandon doesn't like cars that are reliable. He drives McLarens and like Alphas. Like you might as well have like
it's a lemon. They're all lemons.
Fiat.
Fiat. Yeah,
At that
Fiat
point in time.
Abarth.
Yeah,
I could see you rolling around in one of those. Definitely get that next.
a TVR.
If Brandon pulls up in a Fiat into this week, I'm gonna die.
You know, I wouldn't put it past him, but I doubt he will.
He's looking at online shopping
I
right
don't think
now.
he has the balls.
I see you Googling.
Auto Tempest is a good place to start.
Yeah. All the cars, one search.
Absolutely. So speaking of, we got sorted
And I'm
season.
not even on sorted.
You're not on sorted, but you are.
I'm there.
Actually, you're there. You were on several episodes of sorted in the background.
Yeah, if you guys look and run it like frame by frame, really, really slow, you see me.
But you know what though? Like everybody watches the finished product, but they don't see the sauce being made. She was a big part of the sauce being made. Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of logistics.
All the
that go on.
seasoning, all the spice.
All the spice. She was in charge of making sure everyone was where they were supposed to be, when they were supposed to be, where we were supposed to be, and she did a phenomenal job. That's why she's still here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're a tough one to keep track of.
I am tough to. I'm like herding a cat. So, like trying to like all right, cat, where you go? Well, come on, cat, get over here. So like that's her following me around and telling me where to be.
I can relate.
Yeah. So, so kudos to her. It's the people that, and like filming sorted was tough because we had different film crews in each location. Mm-hmm. We had one common filmer between the first and the finale. Michael,
He was
who
good. Michael was awesome.
Anthony was very good. Our A-cam in Miami was terrible. He had Tourette's.
Are you really gonna say that?
Can I say that? His name was Adam. He was.
Oh my god! Why are you blowing up his spot?
Dude had like a
Can
red
you edit
camera.
this out?
No, I'm not. This is going live. Like I paid him, so like I paid for this story. He was terrible. Like he was like really bad. Like I don't think we got one usable shot. We were counting on this dude and his red camera with his like red shirt, like red camera shirt on. I'm like, oh, this guy's got to be good. And like I could get more usable crap out of my cell phone.
Oh my god!
From the same days that this
Stop.
guy was here filming. No, he was bad.
No.
No, nobody should hire this guy.
Oh my god! No. Stop. I don't
All right,
know
look,
what it
as
looks
far like I'm not a Yelp reviewer or anything like that, but if somebody collects money and I'm like, look, guy, I normally I wouldn't say anything, but your footage is terrible. You may want to look at that. He was bad. He was shaky the entire time. You even look at the final edit and you look at the shots that we used from him. You're like, why is the camera so shaky? Because that's the best he's got. And that's with warp stabilization. That's with trying to correct it. I think we were convinced that he stole the camera from somebody. Like he just like
stole it.
like
Maybe he
imagine
borrowed
like
it.
somebody going and like all right, there's a concert at the MetLife Stadium tonight. So instead of Elton John, I'm just going to go up and hit the keys on the keyboard and pretend to sing. You can't do that. Well, did you see his piano? Yeah, I saw his piano, but the guy had no idea what the hell he was doing with it. That's this guy. So fast forward, California, we had better film crew.
California, they seemed legit.
The guys,
they pulled up with a Sprinter van, full of equipment.
They were good. The audio guy was not as spectacular as we would have hoped. The guys were dedicated. They were hard workers. But the footage was all right. I guess the content there was a little bit harder to keep track of. I think we had a more lively group down in Miami than we did in California.
I just think like the participants were a little bit different.
Yeah.
East Coast,
East Coast is the Beast Coast.
It's a rowdy group.
Yeah. And fast forward to the finale, we had Michael came back. It was good. I couldn't bring Anthony back because he was out he was filming something else. The other guy and the sound guy were not.
I can't remember who was our sound guy at the finale.
I don't remember, but neither of them were that great. And that's the thing. Like it's
I think we
like
need a
as we
consistent
go,
crew.
well, we need a consistent crew. But flying around a consistent crew, these guys are getting like you want to like look at your life. These guys are getting like $800 a day. Like that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I'm getting $800 a day to film. I need my travel, my hotel, my flights. And now you're talking about a couple $1,000 for a dude to come film something. So the production expense does really ramp up pretty quickly.
But, yeah. I mean, we'll get that all sorted out.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted.
And
season 2, we'll kick it again.
Sorted.
We've got Matt Farah, Amelia Hartford, myself, and Tanner. And I think we'll have a good time. So
and me.
And Tiara, who's not on camera, but we'll work her way up there.
I'm behind the camera, but I'll be there.
I want to film. I'm doing a series called Driven to Eat. I did 2 episodes with Derek DeAngelis and 1 episode with my friend Alyssa. And I'm going to record probably an episode or 2 with Miss Thing over here.
Tiara. It's me.
That's her. So we'll go highlight some other restaurants I'm down with, and we'll see how that turns out. So I'm excited to launch that series. I want to have 6 episodes banked on that one before we launch it.
Where are we going to eat?
Where do you want to eat?
I don't know. Wherever I can eat like enough.
I mean, it's more showcasing the food than making your
I'm
belly
gonna
full.
Eat.
This isn't man versus food or woman versus food.
Woman versus food. All right. Well, then I guess I'll eat before.
That's not the point. How's your French whiskey? Your French whiskey seems to be lasting a lot longer than mine.
Oh, well, I was chit-chatting.
No, you weren't. I was talking.
Oh, I was listening to chit-chat. What is in this?
What?
Is that part of the whiskey? Look at it. Let me see yours. Yeah, yours has it too. It's like floaties.
Nah, it's just sediment from the ice from my whiskey fridge.
No.
That is. As the ice melts, it's a little bit of sediment. So if you just drink your whiskey and forget about the sediment, you'll be all right.
Oh, it just looks weird. All right, whatever.
After your first drink, it all tastes the same. But, so yeah, anyway, so we've got that coming up. Sorted season 2, going to be swinging around pretty soon.
Do we know when we're expected to start filming that? I know we're working on sponsors.
When somebody writes the check, then we'll start scheduling the filming.
Okay.
Because round 1, I'm going to be honest, Auto Tempest wrote the check, Shape Solutions wrote the check, and I wrote the other check. So,
nice.
Can you put your phone down? Can you be professional for 30 seconds?
I am. Brandon's just sending me that he just bought a Fiat. So I thought I'd take a look at it.
So I was trying to catch up. Everybody's been pointing me to like Everyday Supercar Dude and his CNC Motors story. So apparently there's another another car dealer who's been screwing people and juggling titles. That you may remember the Bobby Kahn from Emporio Motors ended up skipping the country and then now came back and he pled guilty to 1 count of wire fraud, which is like generic bullshit, like 4 years in prison, but time served sort of sentences to people that do crimes that don't do anything that aren't financial. And so I couldn't really get into it because it's the same sort of thing where the dealership is just weak, so they're juggling titles and they're floating money like, oh yeah, pay me for the car, but they use that car to pay off other cars, and it's like a nonstop game of trying to fund the past deals and hoping the business will pick up where
But
they
just
can
run
end
out
up,
of money.
and they run out of money or somebody catches them in it and then it turns into a shit show, which is where CNC Motors appears to be. And it is what it is. I just don't think it's as video worthy because I watched probably 40 minutes worth of videos about that today.
I didn't watch any, so
You did not.
please
Yes.
tell me.
No, that's about it. The F50 video I put up today was
Video-worthy.
pretty fun. That was do you know a Ferrari F50?
Yes.
So there was one that was stolen 18 years ago.
We spoke about this.
We did. 18 years ago out of Italy. And it was essentially, it went to Japan. It came back over to Canada. Somebody put a new VIN on it. It got a title. It's been traded a little bit. And then somebody sold it to a guy in Miami. And as it was coming across the border from Canada to the U.S., it was stopped by Border Patrol. And they're like, something doesn't look right about this. So they saw like tar on the VIN plate. And they ended up taking the car, and they reached out to Ferrari like, we got some concerns about this. This doesn't seem like Ferrari quality production. And then Ferrari was able to trace the car back to a car that was stolen out of Italy in 2003.
But so long ago.
Yeah, and it's funny, the guy who had
hold
it
on to
stolen, who paid like probably the equivalent of like $450,000 for it at the time, he ultimately never got paid by his insurance company, so he was just out $400,000.
Oh, so he never made the claim.
No, he made the claim and just got denied.
Oh, they never paid. Oh, so what did they
So
say?
now fast forward 20 years, the car's here, and the guy's like, "That's my car."
He came
Like,
through,
it's like,
and he said this-
but now the car's worth like $3 million now. So that's a huge windfall for the guy because he's now going to have a $3 million car versus a $500,000 loss 20 years ago. Granted, you could talk about the value of money and whether you put $500,000 somewhere else, but like if you're spending $500,000 on a car 20 years ago, you probably have the money anyway.
That's true.
So you look at that and you're like, oh, wow, that's good for that guy. But now the guy who bought it and the dealership that sold it, it's like, wait a second, that's our car. It's a valid title and everything like that. And they're like, it's not a valid title. It's a stolen car. Well, we didn't know that. And since the state certified it by issuing, since the state certified it by issuing a title, like we feel that we are entitled to ownership of it. And now it's like what all rich people do. They just fight back and forth with high-priced lawyers and everybody who tries to make a case that like ignorance is a perfectly good defense. But I'm like, at the end of the day, somebody screwed somebody, and I don't know who it was. Somebody sold somebody a car that they knew was stolen, and that's the guy who's screwed. The guy who
you think they knew?
Yeah, the guy who
Like,
bought the stolen car, and the money went to the thief who stole it or somebody else.
Oh yeah.
That's the guy in that chain that when they try to trace it back is going to be the guy who's stuck. But right now, like the guy who just bought it in Miami, and the guy bought it for like $1.4 million or something stupid. That's not market price. That car's a $3 million car.
Oh, so then he definitely
something's got to be
Yeah.
sketchy about it that he's like, you know what, I'm going to take the risk on it.
Yeah, now he's caught. Do you think that guy's going to win? The guy whose car it is?
Honestly, I can't imagine. It's the state of New York now, but like, I can't imagine how he doesn't win. And this is why I didn't want to become a lawyer, because like I want like the guy who had his property stolen have it returned.
Yeah.
But like there's a chance that like between the litigation tying up the car, that the guy who had the car stolen doesn't care about it anymore. He's like, look, just give me $750,000. So now instead of 1.4, you're paying 2.2 and you get the car. So now he'll get the real VIN on it. He'll get the car that's worth $3 million for 2.2. The guy who initially had the car stolen gets his money back.
Yeah, plus some.
Yeah, plus a couple of bucks. Yeah, like I could see that as being an amicable solution. But the guy also may say, it's my car and it's worth $3 million. Why would I take $750,000 for it?
Yeah. That's what I would do that. I'd be like, give me my car back.
Yeah, but we're not rich.
My car. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be buying that car in the first place. But if I was in a situation like that.
We're not. I apologize for my insensitivity. Like, we're not rich while I'm in my whiskey lounge down in my basement. But like, yes.
No, but now you're broke.
I'm not. Now I'm broke. But I'm not going to do the Matt Farah like white privilege thing.
Oh,
but
what?
Matt Farah went on like VinWiki and would just talk about his white privilege. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Like I don't want to hear this. Like it's like, yeah, I did this, and it just shows you how privileged I am. Like, I'm like, just not really feeling this conversation right now. So, yeah. So anyway, that ruined me for a while.
Anyways,
and that was like a very not well received.
I think I did see some controversy on that one.
Yeah, there are a lot of people like, dude, like, shut up. Like, we don't want to hear it. Like, we came here for car stories, not like about your like white guilt.
Oh, stop. Anyways.
But he's Matt. I love him.
Yeah. Love him. He's cool.
But let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in a second. So this podcast is brought to you by Whistle Pig. And if you guys haven't tried Whistle Pig, it's a great American whiskey based out of Shoreham, Vermont. They have a great facility up there. They make excellent whiskey. They've got over 70% market share in the above $100 a bottle whiskey market. So that means it's pretty damn good. You'll find it all over the world at all the fine restaurants. If you want to try it out, check out whistlepig.com. They've got you covered. We've got a full array of them back here on the wall here. Check them out, whistlepig.com. If you guys are interested, give it a try. Have a drink with us. Enjoy it. And we will support them as much as they support us. All right.
Oh, hey.
And we're back. So that commercial break was brought to you by Whistle Pig. Obviously, my glass got a little bit darker as we were going there. And we're good to go. So we've got a lot of progress going. Let's see, the YouTube upload thing right now has been, I don't want to say a problem for me, but I've been definitely slacking in the past couple of weeks because we've been just so busy.
There was so much going on.
And
honestly,
we even tried to podcast while we were, I brought all of our stuff to podcast while we were traveling. Never happened.
We didn't have time. As much as I wanted to have time, I was like, wow, we have the podcast tonight. We just didn't.
And then she's like, all right, I need like a half hour to get ready for dinner, and then gone.
What?
The night's over.
What?
That's how it went down. So I was ready to podcast.
He was not. I told you to film even a spot for your YouTube video, and you
I didn't. And
barely did.
Did you film the spot with me? No, I needed Alyssa. I had to go to my standby.
I was actually on the sideline. I was there.
She was there watching from the sideline, but Alyssa did a great job. It was a great spot. So if you guys,
but I reminded him.
she reminded me. I knew, but that was a good time. The trip was fun. As we said, that was probably the best birthday celebration I've been to in my life. It's clearly the best birthday celebration I've been to in my life, and it was more than a day. It was 7 days of awesomeness, and now we're back to our plebeian lives.
I know. I was telling Sam the other day, we're like, why are we so bored? It's just because we're so used to being on the go.
Every day was like jam packed with awesomeness, and now we're back to our normal lives where we're like out and like, oh, okay, yeah, it's an exciting day. We're gonna do lunch and dinner today.
Whoa, yeah. I wake up and I'm like, all right, what am I doing today?
Yeah. So, but like, look, you gotta pay the piper. You gotta do the stuff that pays the bills.
I know.
And speaking of, my videos were lacking while I was traveling.
So you were not paying the bills.
So we're back, and then I was like, well, one of the cool things we did was blow up my car, but I can't put that up. But I put it up anyway because like everybody cares about what happens to my car. Mm-hmm. And YouTube is like, pfft.
They didn't do that because they're against guns.
Because guns. So I'm going to pick up the upload schedule again. I've got a lot of sponsors coming up this month, so I got to make sure I get the content consistent. We've got adventure drives coming up. We got to do a t-shirt drop for that so we can give away a spot because adventure drives are going from DC to Nashville this year. And we've done a similar route before. get my foot up there. Sorry, it's pretty high. And DC Nashville, we're starting at the Mandarin Oriental, a Adventure Drive's partner company, and we're starting at their hotel in Washington, D.C., and we're going to end up in Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going to go through the Great Smoky Mountains. We're going to drink some moonshine, which clearly I've got a couple of bottles of it on the shelf over there that are still there, so we got to start drinking some more. But are you ready for a moonshine podcast?
I don't know. Like, are we doing like a moonshine tasting? Like,
I
same
mean,
thing with like the whiskey?
We've got like 6 bottles of sake in there. We got a dozen bottles of beer.
I don't think I can identify them like I did the whiskeys.
Yeah, the whiskeys you were pretty good at. The sake, I think you would be pretty good at the sake.
I think the sake, yeah.
You're developing a taste for sake.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing I'm proud of, it's teaching young people how to drink. And it's so funny because like you're the same age as my niece or whatever, my wife's sister.
What is that?
I don't know what that makes her. Whatever. But like you're the same age, and I went for a drive with her, and I thought I was gonna die twice, just driving me over back like for 10 minutes. And I remember on the trip, my wife's like, "Tiara's young. She doesn't know how to drive. She's young." And I'm like, "No, but she's like a really good driver. Like I'm like very confident driving with her." And my wife's like, "No, like she's still 21. She has no idea how to drive." And I'm like, I mean, I felt pretty confident at 21. I would have driven with me at 21.
Yeah.
And fast forward, I regret some decisions. One of them being getting in the car with her sister yesterday. Because I was like, hey, I got a rental car. My Ferrari's right over by your house. So if you go into your house, you mind just drive me home after Easter? And like she literally almost crashed at the first traffic light where the one guy...
How?
Because like the one guy in front of us like made the left when it was like, all right, that's a tight turn, but he could probably make it. Mm-hmm. And then like there was no chance a second car was going to go through, but she like went to dip in. And I'm like, and then she like, whoa, holy crap. Oh, I guess I have the right of way. I'm like, yeah, they have the right of way. It's the other lane of traffic on a 2-lane road. And I'm like, all right, that was sketchy. And then on the highway, we're still in like 90, which is fine. I don't care about speed.
But like speed that kills.
We're driving down the highway and we're making a turn in like a half a mile. So she decides to like pass the guy in front of her because he's going a little slow. He's probably doing 65. She goes around him, more than enough room to get in front of him, puts her blinker on, but then doesn't go in front of him, and then slows down to like 30 miles an hour in the left lane to wait for him to pass, to then dart across 2 lanes to get off her exit. And I'm like, what are you doing right now? So all in all, not the best driver in the world. And if she's listening to this, I apologize, but you suck at driving. Like somebody's got to tell you. But she doesn't even like driving. And I'm like, well, if I was that bad at it, I probably wouldn't like it either. But at the end of the day, I survived, and I felt more. I feared for my life more at like 60 miles an hour with her than I did at 180 miles an hour with you.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Very different, and it's funny because I get the appreciation that I don't think my brain doesn't gel with. And it's not stupid people. It doesn't gel with stupid people, but like there's a
it's probably like certain energies pick up on.
But you're also you're much like I thought you were much older than you are.
Everyone does.
And you've got a much more mature attitude and approach to life. So I've been able to have like much more intelligent conversations, much more intellectual conversations than I would. Like I'm like just sitting with her sister yesterday, and I'm like so different. I'm like you young people, leave me alone.
Oh no!
But then I'm here hosting a podcast with you. So cheers to you.
Wow! Cheers to me.
I'll tip a glass to that.
Got nothing left, but it's crazy.
But as I've told people in life, it's not the age, it's the person.
Yeah, and I always hang out with like older people anyway. I don't want to say older people, but like most like I still have my friends that are of course my age and that I went to high school
Yeah, but
with.
I feel like
they're very different.
They hold you back. Like if you're with like your
Don't
idiot
hold me
friends,
back.
they do.
They're fun. I hang out with them once in a while, and they're a good
I
time.
remember one of the best keys to success that I heard, and I forget what the quote was or who it was from, but it was like the one thing if you want to be successful is you have to lose your loser-ass friends.
They're not losers.
They are.
They're not losers.
Not well, I know
you don't
about
know
your
them.
friends, but like
you don't know them.
But what I'm saying is like the people that are ultimately holding you back and like, oh, let's go to the bar. It's Thursday night. Let's go like drink till 3 a.m. and start pounding like dollar beers. Like those people are not like they're going to be there 5 years from now. You're not.
Yeah.
And that was a very like that hit really close to home to me. That I was like, you know what, it's right, and like. It's the guy that just reached out to me. This guy that just reached, hey, I'm looking for like, and these guys always reach out after 10 years. This guy just reached out to me 20 years later, and he's like, hey, man, I'm looking for like warehouse space. And I'm like, I remember you stiffed me in college on like concert tickets that I purchased for us. And you went to my high school. So I'm like, this guy's not going to stiff me. And you totally freaking stiffed me. So 20 years later, the guy's like now reaching out. But, like, he's also the reason I would never eat at McDonald's ever again because he worked at McDonald's at the time. And he was telling me about how they used to, like, play hockey on the floor with the chicken nuggets. And they had to, like, complete a meal. So they, like, picked one up and wiped it off and threw it in the thing after kicking it around on the floor all day. And I'm like,
why didn't they just, like, put a new one in the fryer?
Yeah, I was, like, never eating there ever again. Like, it's
up.
garbage food to begin with, but...
That's so gross. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, but that's the type of person that works at McDonald's.
That's disgusting.
So
that's repulsive.
It was easy enough for me to be like, I'm never eating at McDonald's again.
I would never. Oh no, nope.
No, hard pass.
Nope. Let's do that for Driven to Eat. How about that?
No, you know what, Driven to Eat. So Tiara and I are going to film an episode of Driven to Eat. Where would you want to go?
I don't know. Where's a good place
Sophia's
to go?
a solid play. We
were just there.
Well, I know that, but like nobody else knows that.
Oh. Okay.
We can do Pier 112 or 114 right in Haven down there in Edgewater.
That's cool.
We got White Manna.
No.
What do you mean no? White Manna is like a staple around here.
I don't like no. We're not doing that. You can do that. You can do that by yourself. I'm not going.
I can't do it by myself. The whole point is like there's 2 people on the episode. Where do you like to go? What's your favorite place to eat?
Where is my favorite place? I like trying like different places.
Great. So where's your favorite?
I don't know. I love Sophia. Like
okay,
I continue to go back to Sophia.
Of all the places you've tried, where's the favorite?
I don't have a favorite. Do you think I have a favorite?
I hope you do.
No, but like, do you have something in mind that you're thinking
you're
is my
on
favorite?
death row. You're about to get electrocuted. What's your last meal?
I'm gonna eat a peanut.
Just so before you get electrocuted, you die from peanut. I'm
gonna die from the peanut. I'm not get electrocuted.
Tiara's deathly allergic to like peanuts, shellfish, tree nuts, like everything. And this is one of the burdens I've taken on in my life is to keep her alive when we go out and eat.
A burden? I'm
it
sorry.
It's not because it's the payoff is much better than the actual the burden that I put on myself to keep her alive and carry Benadryl and EpiPens. But
and lose out on dinners and adventure drives.
I'm okay with that. Like I've walked out of a couple dinners to keep you alive, but you're still here.
I'm here.
And otherwise, I'd be talking to an empty barrel
or a casket.
No, I wouldn't have your casket. That would be so creepy. But like talking to an empty barrel wouldn't be a lot of fun. The number one restaurant you could think of anywhere in the world we've eaten.
Number one restaurant I can think of
that you've eaten at in your life.
Oh, jeez.
We've eaten at some good places.
I know, but I forget the names and I don't always remember. My memory is like really, really poor.
I mean, one magical experience.
One place that was just like, I have to go back here.
I want to go back there again.
Rob, I don't know. I have nowhere that's like standing out to me. What?
Nobu's. No.
Nobu's pretty good. I mean, we went to the one in Miami and we
Taco,
talked about this.
Nobu.
We talked about Nobu because you hyped it up to me that it was so fantastic, and then we went to Nobu in Miami, and you said it didn't have like.
Well, the Nobu in Miami doesn't have like the view, like Nobu in like Monaco or Nobu in like Malibu are like special.
Okay, so Malibu, Nobu. How about
But the food is good. How about Yellowtail? Yellowtail's a solid.
I like Yellowtail.
Okay. So
I've been there
Yellowtail
like
at the Bellagio, solid play. Food is terrific.
No, I guess Nobu's good, but yeah, Nobu's fine.
All right, so Driven to Eat will be it'll be a new experience for Tiara. She doesn't know where she wants to eat yet, but I know places I like, and I will bring her with us, and she will be able to describe the food as if she had never eaten it before, because apparently she doesn't have a very good memory.
Apparently, I don't go anywhere.
She doesn't recall.
I don't know. Yeah.
So Del Posto, here we come.
What?
It's actually probably went out of business. It was Mario Batali, but I think he touched somebody's ass or something, so
what?
They shut down the restaurant. Mario Batali. I don't know. There's a big movement now for I don't know, like sexual harassment and then inappropriate, like Larry King said something like defamatory to a chick in 1963 when he was 90, and now all of a sudden like he can't ever do anything ever again. But he's dead now, so it's okay.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. So anyway, we'll do that. We've got Driven to Eat coming up. We've got the Evo project we're going to start. That's another big thing. I got to go Tommy F. Yeah. Still sitting on my motor and trans up in Connecticut, so I got to go fish those out. I got a fully built motor. I got a trans, and I got the body kit done on the Evo.
Body panels, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's got the body kit done. It just needs paint. It's got the full roll cage done. It's really about like assembly at this point in time. But so like Garrett's got the turbo kit hooked up.
That drags out though.
Well, it's
assembly.
It's all the labor. I think I'm gonna have Gavin do it. Just to get somebody working on it. And if it goes bad, we'll have somebody finish it up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, at least we have a working car.
I didn't think that thing was ever gonna run. Just by looking at it.
You know what? It's like anything. Like my Supra was like that when I bought it, and you just have to just throw money at it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like that one just looked like a lost cause to me in the parking lot.
Yeah, they made us move it inside.
Just sitting there dead.
And that was one of those things. I'm like, I don't want to move it inside. And they're like, it's ugly. You got to move it inside. I'm like, the donk is ugly. He's like, yeah, but it runs. I'm like, what does it matter if it runs or not? It's like my parking spot. The guys over there have like piles of like stone in their parking spot. Like, what's the difference if it's a car working or not? But I didn't want to like push the issue.
I would push the issue. Well, when the Evo's running, why don't you just drop the motor in it and be like, it's running? Go leave it.
That's the thing. I'm like, what if I paint it? And he's like, nope.
What? You should just try it anyway. It's ugly.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, I want to get the Evo working. I got to dump money into the Corvette. I got to finish my house. My siding comes in this week, so that's good. So it'll look like a house.
Yeah, instead of a construction site.
You know what? When the siding is done, the decking is done, it's going to be like nobody's going to know the little things that have to be done.
It's going to look like a...
Or when you walk down here and the sauna is not done, like you'll be like, what's with the purple room here?
No, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing I think is just the siding and the driveway.
Yeah, next time we got to get you into the sauna and the steam room next time you come.
Does it work?
The steam room will work, yeah. The steam room now, it's got the speaker in it. It's got all the lights in it.
Well, that's fun.
I just got to clean it up and put the steam generator in it. With the steam generators here, it just has to be in it and installed so that it blows some hot moisture. Like Brandon. I feel about... What? That's what Brandon does. He blows hot moisture. Is he sleeping over there with his new Fiat, or
no? He's I don't know.
Sitting there with a crown on his head.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, no, I mean I'm ready. Like this house, I'm ready to get it finished. Like I got to pick a pattern for the seats here in the wine cellar, and then I've got to get a couch for over there. Then I got like I legitimately need like a bottle call because I got probably 40 bottles that I have to put in over there. Like a bottle call. Like everybody like send me a bottle.
Oh.
Yeah, or I can just use all the money you're going to give me for the bottle of whiskey and buy a couple of cases of wine.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that too.
No, it's all right. I don't want Yellowtail. I want like nice bottles. And
you think people sending you are going to send you nice bottles?
Yeah, absolutely. People send me good stuff.
All right.
So if you guys want to send cool stuff over to me or Tiara, and I guess shouldn't have said that because now you're going to send everyone to her.
It's just gonna-
everything to her. You can send them over to 475 Alfred Avenue in Teaneck, New Jersey. That's where all like fan goodies / mail goes.
It's my
and
house.
You can address it to either myself or her or both. And we'll split it. It's just one of those things. Like I've gotten so much cool stuff from fans. And
Yep.
the glass here is from a fan. And
Looks good.
It looks great.
It looks awesome.
Like I got quotes. It was like $20,000+, and this guy did it for like 12. And then he's like, "Oh, 12." And then like next thing you know, he's like, "Oh, also the hardware is another like $4,000." I'm like, "All right, that's 16." Like, but then I'm like, was my original quote for just glass or was it for hardware? So
Yeah, so you never know.
But then also like I went over to the dude's house the other day, and it was like a freaking mosque. Like it was like, holy crap. Like this place is phenomenal. It's huge. It's like 3 times the size of my house.
Yeah?
It was like,
Did he build it himself?
I have no idea. But it was like, wow, this is a pretty wild place.
That's awesome.
So we've got that.
It's all that money from selling glass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess this guy's charging too much, but like I got 1 or 2 quotes, and it all sort of fit in the mold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to get this place done. Get a couple of more speakers up. I've got speakers working throughout the house now, so we can do dance parties and all that fun stuff.
We all just had a dance party.
And we've got Wisconsin coming up. We've got that track event. We've got the Evo project. We've got the Corvette going to be done.
Adventure drives.
I'm excited for that. Adventure drives, DC to Nashville, April 28th to May 3rd. If you guys want to come on that, that's probably the most attainable trip that we have as a company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one. And yeah,
That's it.
That's
it. Because it's U.S. based. It's the cheapest flight, or you could drive there.
Are we driving there originally, or are we flying?
We'll drive down to DC.
Okay, yeah, I figured might as well just
You can drive with me, I guess.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, thank you guys for watching.
What?
Maybe. Like, what are you going to take a bus?
Yeah, I'll meet you down there. I'm going to take the train. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll thumb a ride down there. Like, how else are you getting down there?
There's plenty of ways.
What are those ways? Good to do tell.
There's plenty of transportation. I could take a flight. Is there an airport around there?
There's 2 of them.
Come get me at the airport. Oh, I wonder how fast the flight is. Why are you looking at me? We'll drive. We'll drive to DC, all right?
So that's going to be an awkward drive. But, yeah, we'll be down in D.C. We're driving to Nashville through the Greenbrier in West Virginia, which is it's a pretty unique hotel experience. It's like very plantation style, huge property. It was actually, there's a bunker underground at the hotel that was designed to house the government in the case of like a national crisis. Like say Washington, D.C. was compromised. The government, it's a fully functional backup government location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not anymore.
Not anymore, because it's supposed to be a secret, and then somebody like leaked the secret eventually, so they'd come up with a new location.
I wonder where it is.
I wouldn't even begin to. You know, it's not hard to put the clues
We
together.
should
Like,
look. Let's find out.
just
when
you see like a small town in the middle of nowhere with a giant freaking airstrip, like you can assume like if I can land a C-130 there, there's
Like,
probably
this is
something
it.
going on nearby.
This is the place.
But yeah, so that's one of the locations. And we're gonna drive Tail of the Dragon, a bunch of cool like Smoky Mountain roads, do some moonshine tasting. There's a lovely bridge in Gatlinburg. It's like a sky bridge.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
You've been there?
I have
or
done
you just
that.
sent me the message?
What? No, I've been because I went to a car show in Tennessee.
Oh, there you go.
It was in Gatlinburg, and
yep.
we went to Nashville and we did like a bunch of stuff.
Yep. So we'll go there, stay in
did that.
Knoxville, and then work our way over to Nashville. Do some moonshining, some good old fashioned like bourbon trail drinking, and
Cowboy
listen to some
hats.
music.
Gotta get my
rock some
boots.
cowboy hats. We've already got some great cowboy hats from the last trip.
I want to get boots.
I think there's probably like 6 spots left for that trip, and that's
Mm-hmm.
5 because we're gonna give one away with the t-shirt giveaway. But other than that, if you guys want to come out, check it out. It's like $5,500 for 2 people.
That's everything. It's a hotel, food.
Yeah, hotels, food,
drinks.
alcohol, that's everything.
Activities.
And for 4 nights and 5 days of having fun, I don't think that's a bad price.
Honestly. Was I supposed to say something? What was I supposed to say?
You crushed it. She's like hype man over here. So, you know what? Speaking of hype man, like, feel bad for DMX.
Stop.
X gonna give it to you. X OD'd on something. His brain activity's pretty low, so he's pretty shot.
But there are articles, like, there are 2 articles out that are saying, like, oh, he's fine. Then one's like, no, he's still on life support.
DMX is
he's toast.
Shot. Yeah, it's like he's been out of rehab a couple of times, so like now he OD'd and he's like,
he's toast.
So X gonna give it to himself, and I think I think the last act has reigned, but like it's not like the dude's like performing or anything like that. The world is not gonna miss DMX.
Well,
we've got his recorded songs. We can listen to them for as long as we choose to listen to them.
Damn. Still sucks though.
Sucks, but like, you know what? It just highlights drugs are bad, and I mean, you drink too much, you throw up, right? Like, it's like you do too many drugs and your brain activity drops to 0.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I mean, I know you do a lot of drugs, and I overlooked
Who?
this. And she's
No, I don't.
huge, and like
I don't do anything. Are you serious?
No,
tie up my
does.
arm. Yeah.
No, she's a big druggie, but I'm just kidding. Like, I don't think I hang out with anyone who does drugs. Like, honestly, like I've in my life of like choosing my friends, I've been able to pick and choose the good ones, and I have a very small, like, I've got fewer friends than I think and more than I know. So like,
yeah,
I've got like everybody's my friend.
There's so many people. Oh,
but I've got like fewer, like that person would turn on me in a heartbeat. It's like he's just using me for clout or whatever. But I've got probably 7 to 10 close friends, and then you.
And then I'm there, yeah. And then I'm on like the 11.
She's like in the purgatory. Like, but no, she's a close friend. But I like, there's a lot of people that I just don't trust. But I like anyone who does drugs. Like, none of my friends do drugs. They're all like level-headed. They're all intelligent. They're all fun. They're all responsible is definitely the wrong word, but like we're all fun.
I'm responsible.
No, but like that's my point. It's the wrong word. Like, we're all fun but responsible. If that like, paints a picture. But like you know what? Like, it's somebody that you'd love to go do something stupid with. But like, if you asked them to do something serious, they would get it done. Mm-hmm. And that's my life. Those are my circle of friends. Those are the people that I associate with. The Alyssas, the Nadias, the Shavams, like the people that like they'll be stupid when it's time to be stupid, and like, hey, well, like, I don't know, let's go drive 190 miles an hour. Seems like a good idea to me.
Right.
But also, it's like, hey, can you watch my kid? And they can watch your kid, and like, you're not worried about the kid like eating paint chips because they're being watched. They're like, somebody's like out there watching Netflix and trying to chill while they're watching their kid.
What?
That was pretty accurate, right?
That was good.
Like, I wouldn't let Brendan watch my kids.
You hear that,
Who
Brendan?
buys Fiats during podcasts?
Yeah, while they own Alphas and McLarens.
Yeah, that guy's just full of bad ideas.
Just one big bad decision.
That guy's never proven to have a solid right decision in his life. So, I mean, that's something you got to weigh in on. And you pick and choose, and that's part of like life experience. You learn. You're like, all right, keep an eye on this guy, because like nobody buys Alphas or Fiats, like,
or McLarens.
Yeah, you're really bad at picking cars, dude. So anyway, I think we'll wrap it on Brandon's terrible vehicle choices. Hopefully we'll get him dialed in a little bit in the future. The only thing he proves by buying shitty cars is that he's got money to buy good cars. And hopefully we'll talk him into a GT3 or a Ford GT or something like that in the near future.
Yeah, something fun.
Something fun.
I'm sure we can.
But he will also be out there. He made a right decision. He's coming on adventure drives from DC to Nashville. So if you guys want to come hang out with Brandon, myself, Tiara, and a couple of other...
Sam, too. Sam's going to be there.
Sam's here over in the corner there. And a couple of other fine people. We're going to have a great time with or without you. So if you want to join us... now's the time. Sign up at adventuredrives.com. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I hope we all put you to sleep, make your ride a little bit less stressful, or even just like kill time during your day because you got nothing better going on. So you want to follow me, you got me everywhere, and you want to follow Tiara because she's much better looking than I am, then check out tiara.brianna at Instagram.
That's it. We go through this every time. That's it.
We go through. That's it.
That's it, guys.
So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time, and we'll see you with some more car stuff to talk about next time.
Yeah, something to
maybe something
about.
to say. So if you got something to say and you want somebody to listen to you, or you hope somebody wants to listen to you, check out shoutengine.com. They'll host your podcast. All you need is a microphone, something to say.
Which we only have one of those.
We got two of those. Two microphones. And I've got something to say.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Stop in next time. Check out the bottle of Tiara just bought me. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening. If you're on the internet, if you're watching on the YouTubes, then we appreciate watching. Appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you next time.